Hello everyone and welcome back to our Python programming course. So far we have covered many important Python fundamentals including variable data types and everything. Now we are going to move into the most important topics in this programming, object oriented programming. OOP is especially important when you start building larger and more complex applications. Instead of writing all our code as separate variables and functions, OOP gives us so many ways to organize our code into reusable structured languages such as Python, Java, C++, C hash, and all supported OOPS language. Why? What is OOP? OOP stands for Object Oriented Programming. It is programming language that is mainly based on the organizing of our program around objects. An object can contain two major things, data and behavior. Let's understand this using a real world example. Think about a student. A student has certain information, for example, name, age, roll number, course. These are characteristics or properties of the student. A student can also perform certain actions, for example, study, attend class, submit assignments, give exams. In programming, we can represent the student's information as attributes. And attributes represent data, method represent behavior. This is a basic idea object oriented programming. Class and object. The first two concepts we need to understand are class and object. A class is basically a blueprint or template of a creating for creating objects. An object usual is an actual instance created from that class. Let's use a real world example. Imagine what you have a blueprint for a house. The blueprint describes the structure of the house. It might tell us how many rooms the house has, where the doors are, where the windows are, and so on. But the blueprint itself is not an actual house, it's simply a plan. The actual house created using that blueprint are like objects. The same idea applies in programming. A class is the blueprint, an object is the actual thing created from that blueprint. Creating a class. We can write class student pass. Here, student is our class, and we have created a blueprint called student. The pass statement simply means that we are not adding any functionality yet. Now, let's create an object from this class. We can write student1 equal to student. Here, student is the class and student1 is the object. We can create another object as well. For example, student2 student. Now we have two different objects created from the same class. This is one of the main advantages of classes. We define the structure once and then we can create as many as objects we need. The init method. Now let's make our student class more useful. We want every student when Python creates student1, it automatically calls the init method. The value Rahul is passed to the parameter and 20 is passed to the age parameter. Inside the class, we store those values using self.name and self.age. What is self? Now let's talk about one of the most important things beginners need to understand, self. You will see self everywhere when working with Python classes. Self refers to the current object. Let's understand this with two objects. Suppose we create Student 1, student Rahul 20, and student 2, student Priya 21. When Python is working with student, self refers to student 1. When Python is working with student 2, self refers to student 2. This allows each object to have its own data. So student1.name could contain Rahul, while student2.name could contain Priya. Both objects come from the same class, but their data is different. There is purpose of self attributes. Method attribute is a method is a function defined inside a class. It represents the action or behavior of an object. Example class init self name age self name. So remember attribute is equal to data of an object, method, action or behavior of an object, inheritance. Inheritance allows one class to reuse the properties and methods of another class. Example class equal to animal def eat self print eating class dog animal pass dog dot eat. Dog inherits eat function method from animal. Animal parent class, dog is child class. Method overriding. A child class a child class can change a method inherited from its parent. Example class animal self and all. Polymorphism. Polymorphism means different objects can have the same method but different behavior. Example class dog def sound self print bark. Class cat def sound self print meow. Dog equal to dog cat dogs. Same method sound different behavior bark and meow. Encapsulation. In Encapsulation means keeping data and related methods together inside a class. Example class bank account def init self dot balance plus amount. Example here the balance of the deposit functionality are kept together inside the class. Abstraction means hiding unnecessary implementation details and showing only what is important. For example, when driving a car, we use the steering wheel and pedals without needing to know how to engine works internally. In programming, abstraction works in a similar way. Four pillars of OOP: encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, and abstraction. So I will go through the notes, please check it out. Now let's go for a quick recap. Class is a blueprint, object is equal to instance, attribute is data, method is behavior, inheritance code reuse, polymorphism different behavior, encapsulation data plus method together, abstraction hide unnecessary details. So I will go to the practice question, please go through it.